It's time for the One Bar and Lupaga Show, bringing you anything and everything Minnesota Vikings. Welcome to professional football.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupagus Show. I'm One Bar with Lupagus, and the Vikings are officially 1-5. Just got absolutely spanked by the 0-5 Atlanta Falcons. So the big question, the big talker, is Mike Zimmer on the hot seat. Lupagus, fire away.
Yeah, prior to this game, I would have said you were crazy. I would have gone at lengths to defend Mike Zimmer. But after this loss, another 40 points given up on defense. Yeah, his seat should be getting hot, and I hope he feels some pressure. And I don't know if he's coming back. I don't know if we'll see him again. Here's the thing: the team.
Hold on. Are you saying there's a chance that he might get fired in this bye week?
There's a chance of anything in 2020. That's what this year taught me.
Well said.
Here's the thing: this was the year that we were supposed to see the great Mike Zimmer coach, because they brought in these young corners to start, to play, to be the guys who shut down these receivers that we're facing every week. Mike Zimmer was going to have to do his best job of coaching to get these guys ready, to get them to not show that they're young, to not show that they're inexperienced. And the complete opposite has happened. They do have their moments, but they are a major reason this team is 1-5, giving up so many yards to the air, so many points to the air. And it's Zimmer's job to get these guys ready, and he's failing miserably at it. That's just that perspective of it.
Yeah. No, you said it. I mean, Zimmer, I don't even think his seat is warm at this point. I think it is hot. I think it's already hot. 1-5, heading into a bye. They signed him to an extension this offseason, which I still think is the right move. You get rid of that question, because if they're 1-5 right now and he's not signed, he's thinking about the contract, whatever, that has nothing to do with it. He was warm and comfy in his spot. No issues there. But his team has not showed up. His team has not come ready to play. At times, this team looks like they don't even want to be out there. Zimmer, this is his, 7th year? He's the 3rd all-time leading wins coach for the Vikings. Very well respected. I think he's done a pretty damn good job with his time here. But this season is such a catastrophe. He is absolutely on the hot seat.
Yeah, and you can question some of his in-game decisions. Last week, obviously going for it on 4th down a couple times this game too, where they had some decisions to kick or not. And you wonder if his defense has got, if it's behind the times. You look at these young coaches coming up, their creativeness on offense. Mike Zimmer's defense just hasn't been the same. And I know they're missing Daniel Hunter. I know they don't have Michael Pierce. I know they don't have Anthony Barr. But some of these decisions were things that they made that they had set themselves up for. They got rid of Everson Griffin. They got rid of, the guys in the secondary, Rhodes, Waynes. And I'm just starting to think it's the scheme. I think maybe his defense is getting dated, and he's not willing to change or upgrade with the times.
Yeah, he's got himself into a little bit of pickle as far as not going into more depth at specific positions that you already said. We our whole team, offense, defense, I mean, Gary Kubiak, Mike Zimmer, it's not like they're the new up and coming style. So they're old school. I mean, Christ, we even brought Dom Capers in to help on defense this year, and that guy's like 97 years old. So they put all their chips in, and their chips taste like shit, and it's not working. And if Kirk Cousins, you got to look at this too. If Kirk Cousins, if there's some way they can move on from him, that's the time to get rid of the coach as well. Start fresh, rebuild. Another thing is Zimmer's age, even though he signed through 2023, if the Vikings are truly going to be in a rebuilding mode come next year and they get early draft pick and they do a quarterback, whatever, it doesn't make sense to have Zimmer be part of that. You bring somebody new in to make those decisions.
Yeah, I mean, I love Mike Zimmer. I love what he's done here. I love how good he's made this team.
Love that guy.
But you look at Xavier Rhodes. He's having kind of a bounce back year. Some of these guys who leave here do well, do better. There's been some concern that maybe his coverage schemes are too complex, too convoluted, too hard to figure out, require too much thinking, not enough reaction. So I don't know. You wonder if he has the locker room right now. I don't know if he does. Especially like when he went out You know, after the Texans win, he kind of called out Delvin Cook on one fumble. It didn't really matter. I don't know, and I'm just totally guessing here, but it kind of feels like he may not have 100% support from his locker room at this point.
Yeah, he seems like a guy that people love, but you're right. I mean, something's just completely off this year. Seeing how flat these players are out there, it's just weird. Zimmer, I mean, even he's getting fired up, but it doesn't seem like he's as fired up as normal. I don't know. 1-5, we're not going to make the playoffs. One thing I don't want to happen is all of a sudden we go like 6-10 or 7-9. He goes on a run, and then we're like, all right, let's bring him back another year. I would rather it just be a complete shit show. Make it an easy decision. Just cut the cord.
And who knows? Does Spielman go with them? I mean, that's the other thing. Yeah, those two have kind of been intertwined here. I don't know why you would, get rid of Zimmer and keep Spielman, because it's not like, it's not like he's kind of been on the same boat as Zim. Again, I don't know. His seat's definitely hot. At this point, what would you say his chances are making it to the end of the season?
Oh, I think I'm glad you asked that, because I think he'll make it to the end of the season. I don't think they'll do Zimmer dirty. He has been one of the better coaches the Vikings have ever had. If they're not going to make it, it's not like they have somebody really in-house to – I mean, if Stefanski was still there, maybe they would want to try him out and give somebody a shot. I don't think they even have anybody in-house to do it. So I think he makes it 100% makes it through the season. And then they just start looking in the offseason if he isn't the coach moving forward. But I don't think there's any chance he gets the boot.
I don't know. Things get ugly. If the way it happens is if things get really ugly, you see guys yelling at him on the sidelines, he starts losing the team completely, then I think he gets booted and then you slide Kubiak over to head coach. But
Kubskis?
Then you ride it on under him. But that hasn't happened yet. So far, there hasn't been any ugliness, whether in the media or on the sidelines. Maybe it's a good time to have a bye right now when the team is really down. You have a tough loss last week. You get blown out at home. Get some time away, come back, regroup, and then see. But, this team is not going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. If things get very ugly, then I could see something happen where maybe even Zimmer's just like, screw this. I am not the right guy for this team right now. But, the bye is coming at a good time. Hopefully they come back. For the rest of the year, my hopes are they just rattle a couple wins off. Maybe there's a shocking win against the Packers that'll make us feel a little bit better. But Zimmer, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But his seat is definitely spicy hot.
Yeah. Don't say too much. You're on a good. Give me a good idea for a future video. What you're just going on there. But yeah, let's just leave this one saying that his seat is hot. He should have some blisters on his ass cheeks, and I'm going to say all of his butthole hair will be singed off because he should be feeling that heat big time.
Yeah, and the thing is, if they get rid of Zimmer, I think they got the whole thing. I mean, like, who's the young up and comer we got? We don't really have that anymore.
Like coach or player?
Coach.
Eric Bieniemy is coming home.
Well, he's not on our team right now, but yes, we will see. That'll be.
I thought you meant like just out there in general.
No, I meant like who's the guy that maybe we've been grooming. We don't have that anymore. Stefanski was that one guy that could have been.
No. Everybody else is Zimmer's boys on the coaching staff. So no. All right. Well, that's it. I think we both agree Zimmer is on the hot seat. I hope he makes it to the end of the season, and we'll go from there.
All right.
If you here's something you need to think about while you're thinking about Zimmer, and it's that hot seat of his. If you fail your driving test 3 times in Switzerland, you have to go see a psychologist and explain what the hell is wrong with you.